right, welcome race fans. We are at Phoenix tonight in Area 51. Not feeling my best tonight. Did not sleep well last night, and I think I'm also coming down with something. So we'll see. But decided we'll stream anyway. Looks like we're currently in fourth. 175 laps tonight, 75% fuel load, so it should be four pit stops. You can go about 40 to 45 laps ish.
That's the end of the session, P4.
All right, great pole, Kyle. Super fast. Reminder to drivers, this track, if a caution comes out while the leaders are basically near the start-finish line, they will end up passing the pace car as it's coming out and will have to immediately super slow down because, of course, the pit entry is off of 2. So there is a chance, like, if the leader is not paying attention, he can end up going past pit lane when it's actually open and still ahead of the pace car. So be aware that if a caution comes out at the wrong time, leaders might be slowing down very quickly. Also, as lapped cars, be aware, like, we have 24 cars here. This is a 20-second lap track. There is going to be traffic. If you are a lapped car and you're going down, whether through, just overall speed or you've had an incident or even during the pit cycle, be aware, be predictable, make sure that you know where the lead lap cars are going to go, where the desired lines are to go, and stay out of their, once you're a lap down, your mission is to stay out of their way. Also, as usual for us, Kyle is going to let the pace car get far ahead of him. And Kyle, I don't really know for this track, do you have control of the field, I guess, once the pace car goes in? Because that's basically the right distance away. So I guess this is the one time that iRacing actually has a pace car go in at the time that's basically works.
Finish around P5. The strength of field is 2,700.
All right, let's set up our first pit stop.
Oh boy. Time to die. Well, that's a positive fucking outlook.
This is a rolling start. Follow car number 13.
Good luck,
outside
everyone.
column.
Do you want me to cruise at 50,
Safety car
65
speed is
mph? I don't know that it's
87
58
kilometers
or
per
like
hour.
90 something.
You're doing fine. Just it's yours once that pace car's in.
Okay, Craig, let's get this right. No fuck-ups. Let's go. P3. The driver in front of us is Stiver, car number 13.
So I didn't realize I'm in map 3.
The leader has just done a 19.42. New fastest lap for Gary, 19.31. That was a 19.43 P3. Last lap was a 19.44. New water temperatures creeping up. That lap was a 19.62.
Didn't look like a hard hit, at least. I said it didn't look like a hard hit, at least. Oh, on my screen you did. Okay.
Outside. Your last lap time was at 19.75. Still there. Clear high. P2. Your lap time was at 19.67.
All right, so in our chat tonight is Chris on the team, Forsythe Raceway, is Chris Stouffer in front of me. Hearn is 3 behind me. And then Jim Herrick, team owner, is further back. And Bill Burrell is, I'm not sure, somewhere behind us. Almost. You have to get that corner right.
The track temperature is increasing. It's now 29 Celsius.
What? How the hell is the track
Your lap
temperature
time was
increasing?
19.79.
It's fine. It's still under 30.
P2.
Which is good for Phoenix if you're going to do a night race.
That
Hey,
was
thanks, Luke.
19.72.
I'm just going to follow Chris. In theory, I'll outlast him to the pit cycle. That'll get me a lap led and a point. Not really bothering to use the hybrid right now. We're not battling.
That lap time was 19.80. Okay, Craig, we're matching race pace.
Okay. Right rear tire temperature starting to fall behind the right front. So we'll just add a bit of weight jacker. Make sure we get that balanced out again.
We're matching race pace. That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel. That lap time was 19.81.
Fifth. Oh God, no. There are. IndyCar and iRacing are is a vibrant ecosystem. Well, Tuesdays used to be Area 51's thing. Like no one else did Tuesday at all. And then Top Split moved on to Tuesdays. Which technically Top Split's not a league, right? It's just the time that all the IndyCar drivers have decided that everyone's going to come out to make it the strongest possible field. I'm never home. Well, I'm usually never home early enough. And on top of that, now with me. So what we did was we moved Area 51 to start like a half hour later, to make sure that we wouldn't conflict with the Top Split. So we've got a couple guys like Kyle, other guys who do the Top Split race and then immediately come into this one. But yeah, on Wednesday nights, there's like 3 different leagues running at the same time. On Thursday, there's at least 2. At least for the Sunday, for Votive, there's... Okay, I'm falling behind. Votive and Dark Horse, which is a DW12 league, make sure that their schedules don't conflict, so they'll alternate dates. Though Votive or Dark Horse hasn't announced their upcoming season yet. And then there's some leagues that are more oval focused, like Area 51. We're an oval focused league. We'll usually do one of easier road course per season, like a Watkins Glen. Like we won't do a highly technical road course because most of these guys, like in general, we're a more laid back. We're not as hyper competitive type league, so we get a lot of guys that don't have as much experience in the car. And if they do have experience, it's more towards the oval side than road. And there are a number of like road-only IndyCar leagues that also run at the same time. So that gives the guys that, because there are guys that they don't want to do ovals. All they want to do is road courses. And so that's the leagues for them. It's the one thing I miss Lionheart for, which used to be on Thursdays, was it had a good balanced mix of oval and...
That lap time was 19.84, got car high.
Now the lap traffic starts of ovals and road courses throughout the season, but their season was an entire year long. Make sure you get room.
Okay, Craig, the next car is one lap behind, outside. You're in the middle.
This is dumb.
Clear outside. Clear all around. Your last lap time was at 20.41.
Lap traffic, if this stays green, lap traffic's going to decide this race. You catch lap traffic at the wrong time, it can catch you. It can cost you over a second. All right, need to build back. Even though I'm manually deploying to recharge my hybrid, I'm still close enough to get some of Chris's draft, so I didn't lose that much time. I call this track is like a confidence track. You need to have the confidence that your tires are going to stick in the corners. You need to be listening to how they're rubbing through the corner.
Was at 19.79.
To know that it's like I could just hear them slightly chirping through there, so I knew that they were going to stick.
Matching race pace. Well done, Craig. You've got about 4 laps of fuel left.
Oh.
The car in front of us is 1 lap behind. You're now in the lead.
Okay.
Only 2 laps of fuel left.
Parking spot.
99 pitting in.
That lap was at 19.87.
$40.
Pit this lap. In this lap. Pit lane speed limit is 72 kilometers per hour.
Where's my pit box? Where are you, pit box? I don't even know where my pit box is.
The leader, Horn, is pitting. 100 meters. 50 meters. Right front, 78%. Front left, 96%. Car inside. Inside car down low. Clear inside.
Leaving pit lane in 5th is not wise.
Okay, Craig, there's a car exit in the pits, heads up. P3. Full course caution, be careful.
Are we serious, dude? We're like 3 wide. I had one on the inside. No, we're doing 5 miles an hour and people just come plowing through the fucking straightaway.
Backstretch, slow down. Lock up.
They're stopped.
Stop, slow down.
They're stopped. They're stopped on the straightaway. They're stopped.
everybody was stopped on the front stretch. They had nowhere to go. Or the back stretch.
So Kyle, I didn't mean to leave my pit box in 5th gear. It just sort of happened.
The pace car is out. Line up single file behind car 57.
Checking up for the pace.
We're under caution. Pits are closed. The safety car speed is 87 kilometers per hour. Full course yellow. Pits are open. Your engine temperatures are looking better now.
I can't drive in a fast lane. I'm totally incapacitated.
It's more of a danger, you know, because you don't want to conflict with cars coming out. Yeah, yeah.
Joseph, it wants me ahead of you.
Catch up to car number 37.
I didn't screw up, right? It's not making lead cars. Okay, no. That was just Joseph.
Ryan and Jim, you got to pass me for some reason.
He's very on top of things. Crew chief. Again, I mean, well, it was the race on the Votive race where I qualified 13th, and he's like, "We expect you to finish 20th." Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Okay, Craig.
that was
Get
something.
ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
All right, Chris, you have control of the field. Let the pace car go. Once it goes in and you're on that final corner there, or the turn there, it's yours to go. English bad. Oh, how about we put us into a good fuel map?
Everyone pass us. How do we go?
The pace car has just left. Green, 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 let's go.
Why are we lining up side by side?
The car in front of us is Kyle, car number 37, and their rating is 5.6.
Can I have a black flag cleared? I have no idea who I passed.
Yeah, they were all slow on the backstretch. Nobody went. I got a black flag as well.
Matching race pace.
Wait, you
the
can
lap
ask
time
for
was
that?
19.47.
It'll be looked at. I know there was a car that was being told to go to the back of the line right when he came out of the pits, right when we were about to go, so it probably caught a few people out. I'll take a look at it.
There was about 7 or 8 cars that just never went when the leader took off, and they were just sitting there.
We're currently setting the pace. That lap time was 19.32.
What lap was that? Lap was the first restart. Okay.
You're matching race pace. This is good. That was a 19.52.
I need to get by Kyle and then past Wayne.
Water temperature looks quite high.
There goes Kyle. Okay.
Car outside. Hold your line. Clear high. That last lap was a 19.69. Alright Craig, the next car is a lap behind. Car outside. Clear high. Car high. Still there. Hold your line. You've just done a 19.67. Clear outside. Inside. Clear low. Just done a 19.60. That was a 19.61.
Oh yeah, I should look at what my tire wear was. Yeah, I'm not wearing my rears enough. I'm being too conservative.
Just done a 19.70.
Whew, Kyle got loose.
Your lap time was 19.80. Car high. Clear high.
So that light crack right there was just to make sure that I cleared Larry low.
You've just done a 19.91.
I could have just stayed in the throttle, but then I would have had to trust
Half your fuel.
that I wasn't going to catch him right as he was exiting the corner. So safer to give a light crack and make sure that I'm able to stop my car one lane from the outside wall in that case. Didn't need to in the end, it turned out, but better safe than sorry.
Last lap was a 19.77. 1 lap behind. Car high. Still there. Clear outside. Car low. The gap to Kelly behind is now 0.40. Okay, clear inside. Your lap time was 20.12. Car outside. Clear high. That lap was a 19.86.
When did Ryan pit? Same time as me.
I was
okay.
waiting for that.
It's just it's all feel of the car. Like in the aero wash, I'm having to downshift in this corner just to make sure. I'd rather have better control at higher RPMs going through that corner. Like on fresh tires, you could just 6th gear it, not even think about it. But could I just do, you know, there? It's probably the exact same time.
The gap to Kelly behind is increasing. It's now 0.80.
It's just driver comfort. What was my last lap? 716, 681. So that lap was slightly faster.
Okay, Craig, we're matching race pace. The gap to P2 in front is now 0.78. That lap time was 19.66. The gap behind is now 0.76. That was a 19.71. Car low.
Make sure I get by him.
Clear low. That was a 19.85. Full course caution.
Woo! Ooh, what happened, Richie?
Cars were flying.
Richie said he got hit, pushed into the wall. We have a fast repair.
Richie, I'm not sure if I got you or if you just lost me.
I'm sorry, man.
Out. Line up single file behind car number 37.
I think I
You're
got
under caution.
pushed.
It's
I don't know if
closed.
it was
We need to catch up
that
to car
toe
number
that my rear
37.
just got hit.
Full course yellow. Pits are open.
No, I'll be in
Safety
the
car
pits, bro.
speed is 86 kilometers per hour.
I know where.
Okay, Craig. Your engine temperatures are looking better now. The leader, Stiver, is pitting. What's your speed limit in the pits?
Do-do-do. Do-do-do.
100 meters. 50 meters. Front right, 83%. Left front,
Alright, look at that one.
97%.
Cut that in. Drifted like a lot of stall too.
$85. I knew eventually someone would be unhappy about how someone was pitting.
Copy. Great.
Yep.
Pits are open.
Yeah.
Get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
All right, so this gets interesting. We are 90 to go. Said you could go 40 to 45. 245s is a 90. That means no one's going to want to lead. Is there going to be another caution? Sure, probably. But you can't guarantee it.
All right, Craig. The pace car has just left. Green flag. We're racing. Heads up, there's a car rejoining. Air temperature's falling. It's now 25 Celsius. Your last lap time was a car low. Hold your line. Clear low.
Yeah, this is how I like driving Phoenix.
That's halfway. Should be about 36 laps of fuel remaining. We're quickest right now.
Dancing the car on the very edge, it's fun. Well, I think Chris just pulled out the chute and was like, please go by me. I don't think Kyle wants to go ahead of you.
You've just done a 19.92. Inside.
Ryan's volunteers.
Inside. Kelly, car number 013, is leading the race. P4, you've just done a 20.20. There's a car leaving the pits.
Yeah, this is full fuel save. I'm sitting back here because I want to be able to go flat out on the final stop, and the only way to do that is to maximize this stint.
Okay, Craig, your water temperature's creeping up. Your lap time was at 19.61.
Ryan's picked up the pace, which is what you, if you're going to be the guy in the lead and you're not going, like you're just like to heck with the fuel save, you flat out, you just go. And you force us to use more fuel to keep up with you, which reduces our ability to do the fuel save. So he's doing that perfectly.
P4.
Oh, I almost turned in too soon. Correct.
That lap time was 19.72. That lap was a 19.75. That was a 19.72.
I should probably set up that last pit stop.
That lap was a 19.74.
Turn.
You've got half your fuel left. That lap time was 19.80.
Falling behind.
Good consistency. Keep them coming. Your last lap time was a 19.84.
Thank you.
Outside. You're clear outside. Your lap time was 20.00.
Crap! Lost two tenths. That's just lap traffic. You catch them at the wrong time.
You've just done a 20.04. That lap was a 19.86. That last lap was a 19.79.
Turn. Turn.
Alright, Craig, that's good consistency. Keep it up.
Thank you, sir. Technically, I knew Bill was going to let us by because he said in our race chat he was going to let us by. But I like others to hear that I'm happy when people let us by.
That lap time was 19.82. That's good consistency. Keep it up. You've got about 4 laps of fuel left. That lap was at 19.90.
Put in this lap, 36 in.
Kyle, car number 37 is now leading.
Where are we? Where are we? Where are we?
P3. We estimate 3 laps of fuel left.
Putting in, putting in, putting in.
Putting in.
Putting in.
Gary, behind, is pitting.
Dude, what are you doing?
We think you'll be out of fuel on the next lap.
Yeah, pitting, pitting, pitting.
Car inside. Clear low. Okay, Craig, in this lap, we've got a car low. Clear inside.
99 in this lap.
You're leading.
Hitting,
Watch your
hitting,
speed.
hitting.
Box in, 730 meters.
Okay, I'm in first gear this time. Ah, come on. Kyle? What you doing, Kyle? What you doing, Kyle?
I'm out of fuel. I'm out of
100
fuel.
meters. 50 meters. Front right, 77%. Front left, 95%.
I don't want to be a pole sitter anymore.
Yeah, neither did I.
Well, that sucks a lot.
Catch up to car number 14. The fuel window opens on lap 136.
Frank,
It'll end on lap
telling me to let you
171.
buy
We have
Irwin.
no recorded pit timings. This will hurt the fuel estimates. We need to catch car number
Hey, where
14.
you go?
Yeah, I think that was why Kyle or Ryan was screwed. That's why Kyle was desperate to make it as many laps as I made it. I still would have rather gone like 2 more laps, but it wasn't happening.
Sorry, Mr. Campbell, it's only to let Frank buy, not you.
James, supposed to be behind me. Thank you.
Sorry, Matt. Up until you got there, it said stay behind the 6. So, sorry.
You need to close the gap to the guy ahead.
I'm the 6.
And that little bit of fuel that he used to get up to him is why he had to slow down so much, and then came into the pit lane with
No
dead
doubt
stick.
because I'm so many laps back.
Catch up to car number 36. The base car's in.
I got a black flag that I got closed, but the pit was open.
The exit was closed, that's why I stopped.
Indeed, it said the same to me.
So I delayed the green there. I hope everyone agreed. I delayed the green there because we were not going to be caught up.
Damn goofy iRacing.
Guys, please pay attention to who it's telling you to be behind or in front of. And get there now.
Going down pit lane, get everybody's way.
Frank. 44, Frank, please pass.
I'm not going to go until he's in
I'm the
pit
lucky
lane.
dog, but I'm a lap down.
The pace car has just left.
Pass them under the yellow. Trying to get out this way.
Bill, you could not be stopped on track. That is an auto yellow.
Is that because of Bill stopped on the track?
I was never stopped on the track.
You should have just caught up to the back
Not
of the
you.
pack, man.
Safety car speed is 87 kilometers per hour. The pace car is
It
in
gave me a
turn
black
one.
flag for trying not to pass the second place car before I went to pits. I don't know what the deal was there.
Not you. The other Bill, not you.
The track temperature is falling. It's now
Because there's a
27
tighter radius down
Celsius.
there, Bill, you got ahead of me. You just needed to lag just behind me just enough, and you just didn't quite space it right. And I couldn't get any closer to Craig. I saw it trying to tell me to pass you, and like I was on his gearbox. So
And I was trying to intentionally not go until I saw Bill in the pit lane because I didn't want anyone to get black flags, not realizing that Bill was actually ahead of you.
Bill, you got to get up here. Ahead of me. Ahead of the 14.
I got a black for passing on the yellow. I was following the black marks.
Might have been that early yellow? I have no idea.
And we are sure it was not for exiting a closed pit, correct?
He's sitting in ninth.
All right, I will review. Apparently, I cleared a bunch of people's flags.
Okay, Craig. Pit window is open.
140, 36 to go. How about I follow my own rules? The problem is NASCAR screwed up this track, and there is so much weirdness that happens and goes on, and
The pace car has just left. The guy in front is 6 laps behind. That's a new fastest lap for Campbell, 19.25.
no.
Car outside. Clear high.
He's gonna pass me.
New Fastest lap for Stiver, 19.18. Car high. Clear high.
I am far better in second at this track than I am in the lead. Oh God, I touched the apron.
Got car high. Clear outside. Got a car outside. It's still there. Clear high. Car high. Clear outside. You've just done a 19.62. Car high. Still there. Okay, Craig, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. Still there. 3 wide, you're in the middle. He's still there. Inside's clear. Clear all round. Got a car outside. He's still there. Still there. Hold your line. Clear high, P2. You've just done a 19.86. You want to watch your water temperature. It's looking a little high. Inside. Still there. Still there. He's still there. That was a 19.95. Clear inside.
Am I the bake in the shake and bake? I'm the guy who's better in second than first? Good Lord.
Car high, clear high. Outside. He's still there. Still there. Your lap time was at 19.66. Clear outside. Okay, Craig, the next car is 7 laps behind. You're in the lead. That lap time was 19.61. Car outside. He's still there. Clear high. Your lap time was at 19.64. Your lap time's pretty car inside. Still there. Clear inside. The next car is 17 laps behind.
20 to
Your
go.
lap time was 19.80. Car low. Hold your line. Still there. Still there. P2.
Oof. Oh, I almost turned in too early.
Still there.
I almost killed both of us.
Still there.
If there's a car to your inside, Craig, you can't just turn in.
He's still there. Still there. Your lead clear low. That lap time was 19.88. You've used
Chris?
half your fuel. That was at 19.67. outside. He's still there. You're clear outside, car outside, clear high. You're in the lead. That lap was a 19.83.
Sorry, I got damage.
We didn't hit.
You've just done a 19.79.
I guess Kyle and Chris touched. I think Chris tried to cut under me,
The gap to P2.
but there was
behind
no
is now
room.
1.67.
And then I think that's the point at which they touched. Well, this is great for me, but that was a hell of a battle. I was enjoying the crap out of that.
The gap to Kyle behind is now 1.58. Okay, Craig. lap
Well,
time's
the
pretty
Advil's
consistent.
kicking in. I feel much
Thanks,
better now.
Chris.
Outside. Hold your line. Clear outside. Right, the guy ahead of us is 10 laps behind. Fastest lap for Stiver, 19.17. Your last lap time was a 19.72. Kyle is getting closer. The gap's come down to 1.48.
I would have done it sooner. I was at risk of losing a lucky dog.
Kyle, I got a pit, man. Jason, man, you got to call out your pit.
You've just done a 19.70. That's good consistency. Keep it up. The gap to Kyle behind is now 1.34. Two to go. You're in the lead. Come on, Craig.
Please, please.
Last lap. Keep your shit together. You're not home yet.
Do you want by?
Thanks for that.
Inside. Clear low.
I don't know if that was going to
Great
gain you a
one, Craig.
position, but
Perfect.
I was a good
Great
fight
win.
for that.
Great win.
Oh, good race to some of you. Great one.
Matt, I apologize.
Good win there, Craig. Awesome race,
That's the end
guys.
of the session.
Yeah, sorry, man. That's sucks. Did I checked you up though, right?
Thank you, Gary, so much. I
Okay.
thank you. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you for a good race. Congrats, Kyle, second. Nick, third. Prepare to get pulled in for interviews. All cautions will be reviewed. There were the couple pit entries people called out they wanted looked at. Anything else you'd like looked at, please send me a PM.
Could you move the wall out about 10 feet coming up turn 3?
Yeah, I think Chris tried to cut under me. I want to see it. Oh, I'm already out of the car. You're out of the car, Craig. Chris. Oh. Okay. So he hit the wall, which scrubbed some of his speed. He was trying to overspeed me on the outside. Came off the wall. Then was going to be right behind me, and I assume slightly lifted. Yeah. 89, 88, 87. And then just didn't, yeah, okay. Didn't give Kyle room. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh. So at that point had broken suspension on his right rear. All right, when did we get all our cautions? Yes. That's where you just go catch up to the end of the line. Like it could be a car that was in pit lane. Like I don't know where car 39 was at the time. But at that point, you know, you're over half a lap behind all the cars. So the information iRacing is giving you is I wouldn't trust it worth a crap, right? That is what makes this a high stress race. Well, no, because remember, I already had to extend the caution anyway because guys were being led around. Like, this track is just dumb. NASCAR has ruined this track because the start-finish line is not where the pit entry is, and the pace car comes out after cars have already passed it, which causes people to go past the pits. This track is awesome to drive, and is all of the design of it now for the NASCAR stuff has ruined. It makes micromanaging like what iRacing, because iRacing is garbage at figuring out what's going on. So yeah, just as a rule, like always be like never fall so far behind that you should always be at least at the car, on the ass of the car in front of you. If it's telling you there's a car that needs to go by you, that's where you look. That's now that you're caught up to the pack. That's where you start looking through the relatives to figure out where that car is. And all that could have been was that person not paying attention to that they're supposed to fall backwards and be behind you. So that's not your fault. That's going to be a penalty on them. Yeah, no, if you're at the very back of the field already, there's nothing else you can do. It's someone else who's out of position, who's causing that on you. No, I was just saying that's why the caution came out, is because you basically this is one of the tracks where I think if you're completely against the wall, that's not on the racing surface, but this is one of the tracks that just has a huge racing surface that it detects stopped cars on, or slow cars, I should say. Bill wanted a learning opportunity for the caution came out because he was being told to let someone by, but there was no one behind him. So he didn't know what else to do but stop and try and figure out where that car was. Woo, woo. Okay, we found our wrecks. Ouch. Damn it. Oh, Shane! Shane, no! That Shane was the green car. Oop, good job, Chris. Did you see Chris? Where's Chris? Right. Oh, wait, is that Charles? Another silver. Charles, that was a hell of a heads-up move coming to a halt there. He was coming through. He suddenly sees this car backing up, and he's like, oh, nope. Because, of course, the field's frozen. You just need to get through the wreck, and then it'll let you sort yourselves out. Heads up driving. Just a kiss.
Eventful evening for you, for sure. You were right around the front for almost all of it. Kind of walk us through it and talk about your night.
Yeah, so I started on the pole and got out to a good lead, and then I realized I wasn't going to make the fuel number, not even close, so I mapped down and let Chris tow us around, and I don't think he was too concerned about hitting the fuel number because he missed it pretty big on the first stint. And Craig and I just was like, if I can save enough fuel as Craig, I'm going to be fine. And so I was like, I'm not pitting until he pits, and I ran out of fuel on the pit road twice behind him doing that, but that's just the consequence of having the first pit stall. So I kind of wish I'd qualified like 5th or 6th instead of up there at the front, because I sputtered about 5 or 6 pit stalls short both times. Then we got those mid-race yellows and really put Chris behind the 8 ball, but it let him make it on fuel. And then it was me versus 2 4D guys, and they had great teamwork, and they raced me clean and fair. And I think Chris just maybe thought he was clear in the dog leg that with like 15 to go or whatever that was. And I brake checked, went left, and tried not to hit him, but I think it broke his left rear tire, and he almost spun in the flat end of the track. So I just had to stamp on the brakes to miss him, and then Craig drove off to the sunset because he got about 2 seconds ahead, and I drove my guts out to try to catch him, but it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, let's talk about that that 40 Great Wall that we probably saw happening there. I'm kind of curious to how much the hybrid played into that whole entire scenario. So I saw that it looked like Stouffer did the 3 wide to get by you guys in turn 2, and it seemed like you were put behind a little bit. But then all of a sudden, you found yourself on the outside going into turn 2, maybe 4 or 5 laps later, to try and get that run. Was that a lot of the hybrid going there, or were you deploying the hybrid at a turn 2, going down the pit straightaway there to try and get the outside run? And was the outside run really the favorable way to go into turn 3?
Well, the track was so cool and the setup was so good, it was almost very nearly entirely flat out all the way around. You had the very barely lift to get into turn 3 to hit the bottom, and if you ran the middle, you could just go flat. So I think Craig and
the weird
Chris
part of
decided
this
to get
is
a little racy for the lead, and they left the bottom open, so I just got a huge run, and then I deployed on the backstretch to get close. But it took almost 5 or 6, 7, sometimes even 10 laps to charge the hybrid, because if you were leading, that little micro lift you do into turn 3 is all you get. Because if you press the button, you just get
where the heck were you?
The guy behind you. Like, even if he's not on the button, he'll just blow your doors off because you're so slow recharging manually. So the hybrid was very impactful if you could be patient enough to have it fully charged and deploy it down a straightaway.
Yep.
It just took nearly 10 laps to do that if you were the leader. And then if you're second place, you can just tuck up behind the guy and do it on a straightaway.
Yep.
And then deploy half of it the next lap to get everything back you lost, and then regenerate that half. And then once they leave a lane open for you, you take it and deploy. And you can at least pull side by side. You can't really clear from the top side in 3
That
and
is
4,
an acceptable excuse,
or in
Kyle.
1 and 2. So you have to hope they leave the bottom in a way you
Happy
can arc
birthday
the
to your
bottom
niece.
without scrubbing all your speed. The one time I got to the lead, I just got put on the bottom by Craig, and when you're stuck only on the bottom, you just have no drive off, and I had no hybrid left, so it's kind of sit and duck.
You hear that, Murph? Free advice there.
Free advice indeed, Clindy, and congratulations. 2 appearances, 2 podiums on the campaign. That's the way you start a championship run, and I'm sure you're gonna pad that points lead.
It was a good race
quite a
tonight.
bit.
Like, the setup was, I mean, it is the fixed setup, but the fixed setup at this track at
quite a
these
ways behind
temperatures.
you, an 8th place finish in round 1. So good deal for you there too. As you know, it's now time to do your thing. Friends, family, sponsor shoutouts. The floor belongs to Kyle Clintworth.
Yeah, first and foremost, congratulations to Craig. He drove a really good race, really smart race. He made the number and kept the lead when it mattered most. Shout out to Nicholas. It looks like this is his first podium, so congratulations are in order there. And then thanks to all my road racing teammates, the guys at the Votive Racing shop who I ran with in this race didn't
Is
quite
this
go their
Nicholas's
way.
first
I know
podium?
Gary got a
Really?
black flag, and Mason and Shane both fell to damage, but it's cool to spend time with them. And obviously, you can watch us in a couple of Sundays' time on the Votive Racing League on P1 Broadcasting. So thanks to you and Andrew and Gary and LGN and everybody who makes this show go on, and Jacob Collins and Sophie O'Connell, who are doing the Indy Next broadcast this evening. Thanks to my cousin Craig, who runs Segerman Farms. Thanks to my mom, who watches every time. And if you go to advance.gg, you can get their new peach tea flavor that dropped today. It's limited availability. You can use my promo code CLENDYSENDY with a capital K and a capital S. Get 10% off that order. And I'll get out of your hair, Murph. Thanks for having me.
You know, it's been my pleasure calling this one. Clindy, thank you so much for stopping in. As always, keep going fast and having fun, buddy.
Of course, see you later.
Yes, sir. That is Kyle Clintworth, who finishes in the second spot, the bridesmaid. And now it's time to talk to the bride, Craig Forsythe. You've got Murph and you've got Andrew Wood in the P1 broadcasting booth. You had quite the time today. Spent most of the time battling with Clindy and Stouffer. You were the man in the chair when the music stopped there at the end. Clindy and Chris had their contact. Kind of talk about your strategy once it was you and Stouffer 1-2 to try to bring home the win.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think Kyle covered most of it, honestly, but a lot of it was if you were in the lead, you didn't have the hybrid. I was desperately, like, anytime I had anyone's draft in front of me, I was like, even the lapped cars, I was immediately manually harvesting the hybrid just so I had something to defend with. But I mean, the guys were getting such good runs. I was even saying to Chad, is like, I think I'd rather be in second or third because I have a more confidence in my ability to roar past them than to just spend the entire time defending, which was, I mean, against those two guys is just, it's rough. They are good. And I mean, yeah, I'm gonna say I think we got lucky because of Chris and Kyle getting together. I mean, you could see. I mean, Kyle was back running me around once he got going again, and I mean, yeah, it was. Kyle mentioned the same thing. It was like we were running for the fuel numbers early on in the race, making sure that we were going to be able to make it, but more importantly, going to be able to make that last stint at full blast. And I was working hard in the second last stint there just to make sure that I wanted to get it down to 40, and I think I got it to 43 or 42, which it meant you weren't going to be able to map one the whole way, but you were going to be able, you only would have had to save 10 laps or so, and then you would have been fine. So yeah, I was confused when I went past Kyle on that final lap going in, and then I realized he was that out of fuel. Trying to, I mean, basically he showed it was that important to stretch the fuel to get to be able to make it, so that because you didn't want to be caught in one of the fuel save maps towards the end of the race when everyone's turned it up, when the guys who have fuel saved have turned it up to 1, because this is a track where map 1 and you can just go foot to the floor once you're fully committed and ready to go. So you could see that. I think in that third stint there, Ryan just drove away because he was like, I'm not doing the fuel save. I'm just going. And you could see Chris and I didn't try keeping up with him. Kyle tried to keep up with him, and because of that, that's what let us catch back up to Kyle on that last lap there and have him sputter his way through pit lane. I think what he also said, as far as pit boxes at this track, because of how curved the pit lane is, it's honestly, I don't think third or fourth is the best pit box. I think like 7th through 10th is the best pit box because it lets you completely shortcut the kink that's halfway down the pit lane. Because everyone had to stay to the far right side of pit lane. That was part of our rules, but they were allowed to go in three stalls before their pit box. So the guys that had the pit stalls that were right on that kink, that's like a full second of time saved just from being in that pit position. So there is an advantage that like to not actually qualify near the pointy end of the field at this track specifically.
Oh my God, I have so many questions right now, Craig. Okay.
Well, I was honestly, Kyle was talking about how it was taking, if he was in the lead, he was taking 10 laps to automatically regen his hybrid. And all I was thinking was, I couldn't do that. I was never off the throttle enough to ever have that happen.
Yes, I have a ton of questions, but we'll save some for offline. But with regard to this race, I'm kind of curious as to what your strategy was for working with your teammate, right? So were you actually trying to find a way to get Chris and you together to race side by side to block off that win? And also, a secondary question is you had mentioned that you wanted to be second place and not the leader. Why is that at a track like Phoenix? Did you feel like there was actually an advantage you can get on the leader for some aspect of the stint? Is there a tire burning with the hybrid or something that is a line procedure and with the different characteristics of the car that kind of burns the rears of the car off more, that allows you to pounce at the end of the stint?
No, honestly, it was just because I was really terrible at harvesting the hybrid when I was in the lead. And it was really, really easy to harvest the hybrid when you were in second or third. So you could basically just deploy whenever you saw an opportunity, and if it didn't work out, immediately be back to full half a lap later. And if you were in the lead, you struggled to try and regain hybrid. And if you tried to use it to defend, and even if you were successful, the person was going to be back trying to push their way past you half a lap later because they'd already regen their hybrid. So that was where I was taking it. It was like once I got out into the lead, it was like I was having to defend to the inside just because of the amount of overspeed the guys were getting with the hybrid deployment and the amount of times they were able to deploy their hybrid versus how rarely I could get enough charge to do it myself. I'm still learning the hybrid. It's like, as I said, Kyle blew my mind saying that even in the lead, he was able to automatically recharge the hybrid. That was flat out not something I could do at all. So every time I was recharging it in the lead, it was because I had the draft of a lapped car in front of me and was using their draft to manually recharge it for myself. But as far as Chris and I go, it's like we hadn't gotten to the point that any of the times that the two of them were side by side. Of course, I was always then making sure that I would give the draft to Chris to try and help pull him along. But we hadn't at that point until like we were going to be 10 to go, we hadn't really discussed what we were going to do as far as setting ourselves up for the final. It was just we were still in the just getting ourselves to the 10 to go phase.
Well, I'm gonna lay some stats on Craig Forsythe while he's in there, just to illustrate for everybody on P1 exactly how good Craig is. Because he doesn't show up in a lot of the official races, and so you don't really get to see him a lot unless it's in the league environment. Craig, this is your 41st win in Area 51. That is 14 better than second place Nick DeGroot and equal to Nick DeGroot and Matt Wagner combined. This guy wins in 20% of his starts. So when you see Craig Forsythe show up at the front with 10 laps to go, you know he's going to be a threat to take home the checkered flag. I just thought that was extremely interesting, Craig, that you said that, because you put yourself in perfect position to win the race. Congratulations on capturing the flag, and as always, my man, you win the race. Instead of a bottle of milk or a champagne shower, you get to talk. So shout out as many people as you like. Go ahead, my friend. You've earned it.
No, I mean, I first and foremost got to thank Jim over at Forsythe Raceway, sponsor for our team, sponsor for the league, sponsor for the broadcast. I mean, Jim is the biggest supporter of the IndyCar series on iRacing, I think. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's any other sponsor that shows up in more leagues and official broadcast races than Jim at 4D. So love the guy. He's a great guy. Big supporter for the IndyCars on iRacing. And I mean the whole team. We had Richie unfortunately got caught up in some incidents tonight. He really liked the setup and the track tonight. He was really excited for it. I mean, Chris was dominant tonight. Bill's still learning, but he is a sponge when it comes to absorbing information. So it's good to have someone who's wanting to learn and get tips constantly. And everyone at Area 51. This is the first league I ever joined. Back when I was almost quitting iRacing, so this is the league that kept me around, and I love all the guys here. I love the fact that we're getting big full fields. I thank all of the drivers for coming back this season, all the new drivers who've come out. We appreciate each and every one of them. I hope we put on a good race tonight. I hope the drivers enjoyed it. I hope the fans enjoyed it. Mark, Andrew, thank you guys for doing the broadcast. Gary over at P1. You guys, everyone, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see everyone soon. And that's it. Wait, did I forget anyone?
I hope not. You got any big plans for
Probably. You probably did, but that's fine.
My wife is shaking her head at me. Also, I thank my wife. I love her dearly.
Do you?
Wow. There we go.
There you go. That's the man right there. You got any big plans for the 24 this weekend? You guys gonna run?
No, it sounds like we've got enough guys that are off doing other things that we won't be. So, unfortunately, we will not be. We will not. I generally don't do the 20. My weekends are rather busy, so I try not. I did it a couple of years ago and during COVID, but it's more being awake than I like to do on a weekend. So. As soon as other guys started saying no, they were too busy. I was the first one going, okay, I'm not in it then.
There you go. Well, I tell you what, Craig, it's always a pleasure to see you. Keep going fast, having fun, buddy, and we'll.
You bet, you guys. Stay safe.
See you at the next one.
Yeah.
Thanks, sir.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, that was Phoenix. This track races well at the IndyCar. It's just too bad that it's been NASCArized and weird now. I'm probably going to do the old Phoenix for the fall season of Area 51. I just don't know where. I don't know what the setup's going to be like. I'm going to have to test it next season. One sec, just wrapping up. So yeah, that was it. That was Area 51. We will be back tomorrow night for another race. And then Thursday night is the round 1 of Elite. And I have absolutely no idea where we are at. It is probably Gateway, because that sounds like a traditional opener. It's also Area 51's season opener. So that sounds right. Maybe. I don't know. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until later, stay safe.